Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Contest of Speed Tier 3. We're in Spain for round 15 of the championship. My name is Dan. I'll be your commentator for this evening. And sat alongside me, as always, my ever-trusting companion who's actually saved my skin tonight. It's Matt.
Good evening, Danny. Yeah, we're back. It's Spain. And I'm actually looking forward to tonight. It's going to be an interesting technical track. It's going to catch a few drivers out, I believe.
There's one we're hoping gets caught out in the really. I mean, obviously we don't want to see anybody do badly, and we don't want to see people crash, but...
What, Ricky?
No, no. Not Ricky. No, a certain orange car.
Oh, he's been crashing in practice.
Yeah, but he does that most weeks, and then he turns it on in the race. Let's see what he can bring. So, first man out on track, I believe, is Ricky. Indeed it is, in the racing point. The man back after his half-season sabbatical from Contest of Speed. Yet to find the form we know he's capable of.
We did say there was no housekeeping tonight because they were very well behaved last week, weren't they?
There were. There was no incidents whatsoever from Tier 3 last week.
And Tier 2.
And, well, there was one addition we've had to make to Tier 2, but...
Oh, I won't ask you, really.
So Tier 3 are the only good, well-behaved tier at the moment.
And everyone that isn't here tonight had an absence apart from a certain individual, Blades.
Yeah.
You've fallen asleep again, you absolute half-wit.
You utter weapon. Just you wait till I get my hands on that boy.
Useless.
Yeah.
That's quickly described.
Yeah. Just to keep everybody up to date, the other drivers who are missing tonight, Justin in the Renault, he's unavailable. Rem Conning in the Racing Point, so Ricky's teammate, he's not here tonight, and neither is Timo in the Toro Rosso.
Oh, no one's been claimed yet. I can't wait.
Let's have a look. Let's ride on board with Ricky then, as he goes for the first lap in anger of the Circuit de Catalunya. Into turn 1 and 2, a nice long chicane before the long 180 degree right-hander of turn 3. Clips the curb on the inside, will drift wide before preparing himself for the entrance to turn 4. Tighter 180 degree curve, drops down into 5. Powering up towards the tricky turn 6 and 7. You can cut quite a lot of the curve of 7 up towards turn 8 now. Actually, I think it's turn 9, isn't it? Yeah, I've missed one somewhere. Sygate getting out of the way there on the inside for the hairpin of turn 10. Ricky's gone purple in the middle sector, as we would expect him to do, being the first man.
Oh no, that is
Dan
turn 2.
Yeah, exit of turn 2. Dan Hilton's dropped it. Meanwhile, Ricky coming into the final complex of corners, a very technical section. Chicane added later to the rest of the track, of course, just to slow the cars down a bit, otherwise this would probably be around a 1 minute lap. Powers through the final corner for the line and sets the benchmark of the day at a 1:18.3. That is a good lap, actually.
I would describe that as solid.
That's a strong lap time from Ricky. Considering Thomas, who's one of our championship contenders, is in second place with a 1:19.2.
On the hards, though.
Is he on the hard? Yeah, on the hards. Well spotted. I've only just put the tyre graphic on. So, solid work from Ricky. He'll be pleased with that one. Let's jump across then to our championship leader.
He's on his outlap.
He is on the hard tyre. So, we'll be looking for around a 19 flat, do you think, for him?
Who is that? Yeah, now 19 flat, possibly high 18. I think that was Titchy. A little bit of a off. Yeah, it was.
Hi, Mitch.
Mitch is here. He's always here.
Mitch is in the chat. Good man. Probably skiving from his studies, knowing Mitch.
He was on standby just in case of your whereabouts this evening. He was getting a bit worried.
Oh, was he? Bless you. Don't worry, Mitch. You know what I'm like. I'll be here even if it's at the death. Dan Hilton in the chat saying it's a joke. He put the power down too early and just dropped the back end. It's happened to the best of us.
I'll tell you what, it's not the only corner that's going to be catching out this evening. Turns 7 and 8 is particularly nasty.
And the exit of turn 9 as well.
Yeah, so we got Rosa coming through here, through turn 5, who's going to drop down into 6. That little kink there is the 6, which you've probably missed out earlier. Then it goes into 7. This is where it wants to step out, goes through 8. Turn 9, you can't take as much as the inside anymore, because track restrictions seem to be a little bit more harsher.
Yeah, just to update you, Cookie has gone purple through sector 1 on the hard tyre. See how he gets on. He's coming up to the tricky section now. We'll watch him through turn 9. Has to ease off on that harder compound. Towards the sector 2 split he comes now towards the hairpin. He's gone purple there as well. I don't know whether this is... That's only a PB though for Cookie.
Not great exit either. On 20.3. I think you'll be disappointed, considering who is in front of him.
Yeah, here comes Cookie though, round the final corner. DRS opens 118.9 rather. You said high 18s. And that puts Cookie into second place in a very strong position moving forward.
I could probably just about do that time on the mediums.
I'd be struggling to get that on the softs, I'll be honest, this week. I'm not doing well.
No, I mean the low 18s and the softs.
Yeah.
Consistency. Man, that's the problem.
Millsy's out on a lap at the moment, but he has invalidated and he's going to come back into the pits.
He's out on the softs.
Alps in the chat saying a 117.9 is his prediction for Mozza for pole.
Oh, he's run wide, exit turn 9. Because it's gone red on the mini-map.
No, he's invalidated. Mozza meanwhile, through the final corner, he's on the hard tyre at the moment. 19.5.
He's invalidated again, oh Titchy.
Ooh, he will not be best pleased. He will get another run at it though if he's got enough fuel on board on those tyres. He's coming back in.
I did wonder why he was nearly 6 seconds up on his time and then realised what his actual time was.
Yeah. Is that Rosa back out or has he just finished one and he's coming back in?
Rosa's going again.
He's pushing again. We'll stay on board then. Slightly warmed hard tyres.
It's not a bad idea giving these a second go.
No. He needs to be careful of his ERS levels when he gets towards the end of the lap. Yeah. Purple sector 2 for Rosa.
Straight lined, what was that, turn 11. It's a good tactic to use.
Yeah. There's two ways around that corner, isn't there? You either go for the... Oh, he's got away with that chicane there. I thought he might have just taken a little bit too much, but here he goes for the line. 19.8 for Rosa, 4/10 improvement.
That's a bit more like it.
He'll be pleased with that one. He'll go back to the pits a happy man. So let's have a look. Let's go with KV in the Ferrari. I have to give the Ferrari some airtime, don't I?
Favouritism, sorry.
There's no favouritism.
I had a lump stuck in my throat.
Oh yeah. I hope you get that cleared up. It sounds nasty.
Yeah, I know.
And Millsy's getting out of the way well there. KV comes across. Thankfully only on his outlap, so wouldn't have mattered either way.
Councillor's Vars just finishes lap. It's going to be a 121. Oh, nearly 120.9. On the hards.
20.9 on the hards for... No, is that Kelsterbag?
Yeah, Steve's up on the hards as well.
Yeah. KV then on... If the game is right, he's on the mediums. Indeed he is on the mediums at the moment. Down towards turn 5.
Steve runs the line, 199.
Let's see what KV's confidence is like through 7 and 8. Misses the apex of 7 and doesn't take full advantage of 8. Has to ease off a little bit through 9 as well. Got Matrix, Fallen, Fruitful and Taz in the chat. Nice to have you all with us. We're up to 23 viewers for the evening. We're only 11 minutes in.
Turn 11 nearly spat him out.
Ooh. KV meanwhile coming through the final corner.
Should improve.
Yeah, 118.9 for KV.
119 still.
Meanwhile, Ricky is back out on the medium tyre. He's just building up to a lap now. He's going to punch it and go for a...
He's going for it.
He's going for it. He's going for it. He's popped her out. Here he is.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that because you would have said the whole thing.
I'm not doing that. I don't know the whole thing. I wish I did.
63. It's just a slow moving. Yeah, these yellow flags are just weird.
Yeah, they're just slow moving cars at the moment. That's the beauty now of the track map. We can see when yellow flags are crashes and when they are people just going a little bit slowly. We can also, for anybody trying to think, oh, Ricky really playing with the track limits there through turn 8.
Really? Hang on.
What's this?
Titchy's up to the second.
Yeah.
I don't know if they plan to tow that.
What, have the Alphas done some skullduggery down the main straight?
Potentially, he's still behind him.
Yeah, they must do it. They must have done at that point.
Oh, and he's in the white as well. Well, he's not really thought about that.
Well, Stumpy's
right.
Stumpy's got 2 laps
Stumpy,
on those mediums, so.
Also, it doesn't matter. Stumpy invalidated.
And Ricky's come in.
But he can't beat it. Ooh, that's a bit of a problem.
Let's jump across. Yeah, got Thomas in the Mercedes. He's a 10th.5 up at the moment.
Quiet on track. There's only 5 cars out there.
Yeah, as I was saying, the track map now allows us to spot people who are cutting corners that we don't see live on stream. We can look back and get you, so there's no escape now. The annoying thing is that yeah, someone will try it. Yeah. Thomas now coming through the final chicane and then the final corner. Pushes for the line and improves. 118.4, puts himself second. Ricky's gone out again on a fresh set of soft tyres. That is his final set for qualifying. Actually, is it? Because we saw him go out on the soft first off, didn't we? He might not have the hard tyre as part of his compound selection. I might be talking nonsense. Kelstavag in the sole Renault this evening. A little bit squirmy on the exit of turn 9, but seems to have held it together. Personal best through sector 2.
No, but Connell's adopting a very weird strategy. I wouldn't try to warm up the softs that much. Too much pressure on them. These things are fragile as it is.
Indeed they are. Thank you very much, Tels, for following. We hope you're enjoying yourself.
So
Kelstavag improves by a second, but only moves himself at 1 place.
So who'll be kind of expecting to make a move?
I'd expect Rosa to improve. I would expect Stumpy to improve. Possibly Raid Con, and I would expect Cookie to improve from where he is.
Traffic out the pits.
Yeah, everyone going for the final run.
So Stumpy's gone for parts first, and he's gone soft. So interesting strategy.
This is the thing. He's down in 13th. He just needs to get a lap in on those, and he should be. He should be okay.
Yeah, you just got to get 118. That's going to put him second or third.
Connell really pushing into sector 3. One of the Ferraris might have just got in his way.
Oh, into sector 3 then, May have been KV. I think it was KV.
Yeah. Connell does improve by 6/10. Puts himself on pole by 0.02 of a second. 5,000! And now Connell's going to have to watch to get out of the way of KV, who is on a push lap on those mediums. And Connell does so. Ricky improves though and puts himself on provisional pole. 1:18.0 for the Welshman.
Oh, there's some traffic going on here.
Yeah, all bunching up before the final chicane. And those three are all too close together. It's that Millsy's, one of the Alphas, and then Rosa.
Millsy, Stumpy and Rosa, I think.
Yeah, they're all way too close together.
This is not going well. Who's gone off there? That is Raycon going slowly. Sector 2.
Cookie, meanwhile, has gone purple in sector 2. He's coming through the chicane towards the final corner.
Wow, Rosa.
I don't think this is going to be enough for pole for Cookie, but he will be at an advantage with the tyre choice. It is enough for pole for Cookie. 1:17.9 on the mediums.
What are you talking about, Danny? Of course it's going to be good enough.
Well, we're not finished yet.
1:17.9.
We've still got... Is Rosa on another lap, or is he finished? Rosa's finished. Rosa's finished his. So... he'll come into the pits.
How have you got away with that, Titchy? I would bail out, Titchy. If you only attempt up, it's not going to be worth it. You have a stellar sector 3.
And we'll have to wait and see. 3 corners to go, 2, 1 to go, and he's followed your advice. He's bailed out.
It's like he's listening.
Rosa is coming in as well. It's his qualifying done with. Moza, he's coming in as well. So KV, I think, is the last. No, he's not on the lap either. He was. He must have bailed out of it. So that's going to be it then. That's all she wrote.
So no one stayed on the hards. I thought Cookie would have tried it.
To be fair, he would have been... Oh, Stumpy, look at that. Up to 3rd, look. At the death. Yeah, great job from Stumpy.
And that's not bad considering where he was in terms of track position. He was behind Williams, I believe.
Yeah, he was, but he must have got a decent toe off Millsy's Williams to help him get that time in. So we've got Eat the Cookie on pole then. Was it ever in doubt?
Nope. To be honest, not really. But
no. I think the tyre compound that he's on makes things very interesting, and it's it's proof that Cookie has managed to develop himself to a point where he's outgrown Tier 3, if we're honest. But we said the same about Perry and Sergey last season, and yet they finished the season off in style. So there you have it. The one man to break into the 17s. Cookie on pole. Ricky and Stumpy close behind. A little bit further away is Connell, Mozza, Thomas, Rosa, Tichy, KV and Sygate to round out the top 10. Then you have Raycon, Steve, Forza Fredo, Steve, oh! Forza Fredo, Millsy, Skelsevag and Dan Hilton with no time at the bottom there after his early DNF in qualifying.
So there's a few people are going to be happy about their qualifying.
There certainly is.
Actually, that battle for 5th to 9th is going to be tasty.
Alright, so the chat is alive with talk of safety cars. Looks like we've got a dry race as well, which is always good for the action. Well, that's what Blank's saying. He says safety car on lap 1 and it will engage the 2-stop. Taz says no safety cars. Alp says 2 safety cars and 1 VSC. Matrix says 2 safety cars. Around this, Claudio. Around this.
Is the victim.
Oh, is Sygate the naughty boy?
Yeah, by miles. No one else is really up here.
Oh dear.
And I say this is... He's got to be careful.
What's he on?
He's very close. I believe that'd be 9.
Oh, he's getting near.
Which is the same as Thomas.
Yeah, but of course Thomas has been in some serious incidents this year. So let's have a look and see what the guys outside the top 10 have done in terms of strategy. All of them are on the mediums with the exceptions of Steve and Fredo, who've gone for the hards.
Yeah, kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
I think the chat this week has been like people have preferred, oh my word, people have killed each other on the formation and that.
And
calm down, boys. Calm down. The chat was this week that people who were mediums are hards, hards and mediums. There's not been many people that have run the 2-stop.
So we've got 3 guys on the soft tyre at the moment. Are they playing for the safety car, do you reckon?
Ballsy. It is. But I think...
I mean, it's a gamble, isn't it? But with the update...
I don't think they're very comfortable on the hard side. That's my only reason why I think you wouldn't be...
Well, that's if they're going 2-stop. I mean, they would probably set out their strategy for the 1-stop onto the hards, surely. And then if the safety car comes, change on the fly. Because if the safety car comes at the right time, then you would change and you'd go soft, medium, soft.
Anyway, soft to medium doesn't work. We established with Slater this week. It doesn't work.
No. Definitely not. So let's get the guys around. They'll form up on the grid, and then we will be getting ready to go racing in Spain.
I'll tell you what, Claudio, I wouldn't doubt that actually happening.
No, I wouldn't. It'll all come down to the start. Claudio predicting that Ricky will get Cookie off the line because of the extra grip.
Yeah, and also that is probably Cookie's weakness as he starts.
You say that. This is Cookie. A man. Yeah. But here we go. 5 red lights. And we are go in Spain. Cookie and Ricky both look like they've got good starts. Ricky having to defend off Connell behind him. He's actually got a shocker. Stumpy going for the lead now on the inside of Cookie.
Oh,
Battling
contact
into turn one.
Rory,
Little nudge between the two.
Little nudge.
Stumpy's got it. Stumpy's going for it into turn three, and he's round. Grosjean-esque.
Raycon's right. Oh, big crash. That's Dan Hilton written off. That is gross. And a safety car. There's a safety car.
Lap one safety car. There we go. Who called it? Which one of you said lap one safety? It was blank, wasn't it?
Thank you.
So.
Oh, that was very Grosjean-esque. That is. Who went round? Was it Thomas that went round? Because then Dan Hilton had nowhere to go and just drove into it.
Stumpy was battling Cookie into turn three and ended up with a Grosjean spin situation, except he wasn't a moron and spun up the rears.
Just how it is.
Well, you know. Then I think Thomas either tried to avoid it or couldn't and got caught up in the aftermath.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Sorry to butt in.
Go for it.
This is going to help KV massively. KV ran into the back of. Was it Williams in front? Someone off the start. Picked up some wing damage, so he can come in, get rid of those. Doesn't really want to get rid of the mediums, but he's going to probably check on the hards.
He'll have two sets, so he could do. Stumpy's coming in as well. He's going to get rid of his softs. KV's in, as is Cygate. So we've lost Dan Hilton in the Williams and Thomas in the Mercedes. That's big for the championship battle.
It's not bad. These guys can then go medium hard.
They can, yeah. KV's onto the hard tyre. So is Cygate. Stumpy with a 5-second time penalty, which he can serve pretty much without consequence there.
That is a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Thomas.
So that will be the spin, and then Thomas has had nowhere to go. Which is a shame. I'm sorry, everybody, for when that actually happened, and you'll have got a lot of flashing blue screens up. I had a bit of a spastic thumb moment.
Did the thumb decide to do something that you didn't want to do?
No, I was trying to swap so that we could watch what was going on, and then every time I was doing it, it was coming up with people's profiles because I'd not pressed to go back far enough.
That's alright. I've got a superb camera angle.
Oh, excellent! We'll get it in the chat later on for everybody, and if it is as superb as I imagine it is, we'll get it on Twitter as well. Which you can, well, whilst we're behind the safety car, let's jump ahead to our race leader. You can follow us on Twitter. That's at COS_F1, and all of that is in capitals, so COS_F1. We are on Instagram as well. If you search for Contest of Speed, you should be able to find us. And if you're interested in joining and racing with us, you can do so. We're up to 35 viewers. This is fantastic.
Connell's in.
Connell's in. That's poor timing. You should have done it first time round. Unless he's just trying to stretch the safety car period, which this might do.
And so Ricky's the only one on the soft runner there.
Yeah, Ricky's staying out. I'm not quite sure why. As soon as that safety car came out, and it was this early in the race, I'd have been straight in.
Well, maybe he's going to stretch him.
Yeah, but there's no point. There's no point from here. I mean, the safety car, this is what he would have wanted at the start. Probably not this early, but this is what the soft tyre runners would have been hoping for. So now, Ricky's lost any advantage he might have.
But they've only been behind it since sector 1. Technically.
Yeah, but don't forget, everyone else, the further we go in, obviously, the less they're going to last. That's the same for all the tyres, even behind the safety car. But any advantage Ricky might have had by pitting early, he's now lost. Because the safety car's going to come in before he's going to have a chance to catch the field up. I think it's going to come in this lap, but we'll see at the sector 3 split.
We've stayed out for the custom 2 laps, so...
There we go.
Safety car. Thank you, race control.
There we go. Yeah, so Ricky has lost his advantage now. And it's down to Cookie to lead the field. We can see from the telemetry in the bottom right. We'll see when he decides to go.
He's going to get a bit messy.
Yeah, well, Cookie's... He's not going yet. As you and I know...
Yeah, the safety car is only...
Yeah, he needs to wait for the safety car to get past the safety car line, which is often in line with the pit entrance.
Where is he going to go?
See, the thing, he doesn't have to go until the start-finish line, but...
He's gone,
yeah.
He's bolted.
Yep, he's gone. Ricky was right on it. Yeah, I think... Actually, look at the gap there. What's happened to Tichy?
Tichy's fallen asleep.
Really fallen asleep off the restart. Meanwhile, at the front, Ricky having a look on Cookie, but nowhere near being able to get past. Rozza's up to P3, though. Gets past Muzza into turn 1. And it's all looking rosy for the McLarens right now. P1 and P3. With a man on wearing softs in between them.
Yep. And we're all through safely. It's very nice.
Yeah, all very civilised. Further down the order, Ray Con looking at the back of Kelstavag, who is in turn on the back of Millsies. No DRS yet, of course, as we've been behind the safety car, so the customary lap 3 start, or lap 3 activation, I should say, has been put back. It will begin again at the start of lap 6, I want to say. Is it 2 laps after the safety car comes in?
Yes.
Such a difficult track to overtake at when all the cars are so close together. Oh, Kelstavag runs wide at the final chicane. He's forced to cut it.
That's maintaining a position, I would say.
Well, we'll see if Raycon can get past here. Then I think all would be rosy. If not,
he's going to have to use the slipstream, right?
And I think well, we'll see that one afterwards. Kelstavag got his wheel on the grass on the outside of the turn, dropped it under braking, managed to hold it, and then had to take avoiding action. To be fair, it probably avoided some contact with Raid, so I wouldn't necessarily say it was.
Tichy's woken up now.
There you go, Claudia.
So the gap now is between Tichy and Steve. And other than that, they're pretty much next to each other.
Yes, we've got a gap. Tichy's managed to close up then to the guys in front, leaving Steve behind.
Whereas me is probably switched on a little bit better than the Hearts. There you go, Cookie, 22-0.
And he's pulling away from Ricky as well all the time. Tichy closing into the back of Muzza. This could be a move when the DRS is activated next time around.
So down the inside, Dan Hilton's still going to go. They're going to go side by side. They're still side by side, and the Renault is through.
Inside of turn 3. Good move from the Dutchman.
Very nice camera angle as well.
Millsies, I think, it was Spain where he got his best result, wasn't it?
Last year?
Yeah, was it P6 last year?
Is that a P6 this year?
I know he has, but I think the first time that he got one, I think it was here. It might have been here where he scored his first points. Thinking about it.
Into the archives.
Good man. And meanwhile, I'm going to go back up to the battle for second place. Ricky falling away from the race leader, as is to be expected on those tyres. And I have a feeling we might see Ricky coming in this lap. No, he's carrying on still. We could see...
part of your stretch.
Rosa 5.5 tenths behind. He might make a move. He's trying to. But I think Ricky's just too far ahead.
The thing is, I can see why he stretched them, but if he's now losing that amount of time, there's no point making a break on the go past He seems to turn
yeah, Ricky's losing around a second a lap at the moment to Cookie, and that's too much time. There's no two ways around it.
Well, that means Rosa's now just sitting there. Rosa must be getting a bit miffed. And Cookie's are able to prance away.
Doc fan, I know he definitely scored points here last season in the Toro Rosso. I'm almost, well, I know I am, I'm certain of it. It's just whether or not this was the first track he scored points at.
I'm on it.
I'm
on it. What we want? First points. Ready?
Yeah.
His first point, season 2. Yeah, that's right. It's season 2. Japan. You got 10.
Fair enough. And Ricky's in, and he's cut the pit entrance, and he's put it into the barrier as well. So not only has he
Absolutely.
We put a message in the Discord earlier on about that, and that will be 20 seconds added to Ricky's time after the race, as well as him having to have a wing change now.
And so Freya's got past Steve, and Conal went past Stumpy.
So wing change for Ricky and the hard tyres.
Oh, it's Mills and Katie side by side for a test, alright. And 4.
And Cavey's got the position, has he? Yes, he has, but Millsy's fighting back. Millsy's going for it, back down the inside of turn 5. Cavey has to run deep, but the Ferrari keeps the position for now. Although Cavey's going to be under pressure. Millsy's got the drive and is going to have it into turn 6. Great move.
Awesome move.
He's battling for that point, and he's backing Cavey up into Connell all the time.
Oh, this is going to end in tears. Stumpy's now here back.
Millsy's defending the inside well. He's going to force Cavey wide. Don't take too much curve through there. Yes, he does well. Connell looking a little bit twitchy through there.
Stumpy wants revenge.
So Stumpy will want back through. Millsy's though holding position well. Doing a great job there in P10 to hold on to that point for Williams.
And Tichy and Mazza.
It could all be in vain though, as here comes Cavey.
Tell you what, we've got a battle for 5th, 6th and 7th as well.
I tell you what, Millsy's not giving up again. Cavey forces him deep, and that'll be battle over, I think. And Cavey can now go and chase down Sygate. Next up to try and get past Millsy's is Connell, but he's under pressure from Stumpy.
I'll tell you what, we've got a nice little battle going in 5th to 9th, and we've got 10th to a 13th. And what makes it even better, we've got different people and different strategies. Oh, someone got very squirmy. I think it was Conal.
Yeah, Taz, we've had quite serious problems in the past with people not listening to us with things like that. So that's why we've gone for such a harsh penalty, just to really try and hammer home the fact that we don't want people doing it. Obviously, if Ricky, for example, I'm just thinking because he's... Oh, Connell's gone into the back.
Yeah, punts down Millsy.
Yeah.
Who's got massively out of shape. Oh, I'll tell you what, the battle for P5 is hotting up. Look at that.
Yeah, Kelsovac through on Steve, and Kelsovac actually looking really strong on race pace.
Millsy went to put it down the inside. Connell.
Yeah, the medium tyres now will be coming to around, what do you reckon, about 60% of the way through their lifespan?
No, well, I would expect a little bit less. Some of these have been running under the safety car as well.
Fair point, yeah.
They probably want to do what?
At least 15 to 18 on them then.
Yeah, and you've done 3 under the safety car, so technically you've only really used about, let's say, 7 or 8 laps worth of their life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Taz. If he has, then obviously he can send that footage in to us, and then we won't have the penalty. Millsy's. Oh no!
Turn 12.
He's still going, but those tyres will be cooked.
And comes as far on the move, past Fredo.
Yeah, up into P5. Those mediums not giving up the ghost just yet.
Let's have a look at something. And is our most profitable mover for the Grand Prix.
Yep, up 10 places at the moment. Of course, no pit stop. Yellow in sector 1, and that's Millsy's.
Millsy. Oh yeah, and front wing damage.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Is there a front wing left on that Williams?
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. Half of one. If that.
You can call it that.
Yeah. Okay, and what's the nearest battle on track? Probably be still the battle for P5, won't it? Maybe Tichy on Mozza as well. We'll have a look at the battle for 5th though. Forza Fredo has managed to keep Kelstevag in touching distance, so there could be a revenge move coming up as we head back down the straight.
The problem is for Tichy, I've just seen it, he doesn't get the greatest run out of the last corner.
I said Fredo might have a move on Kelstevag. He had a shocking chicane, and here comes Steve to take P6.
Great view.
He's going to hang it round, and he's done it. Little clip on the front of the Ferrari, and that's allowed Cygate through.
Oh, Connell, no!
What's happened to Connell?
You'll see.
Oh, please let that be the game. No, that's intermediates on a Haas. That's... I really feel for the lad there.
God. Millsy's retired on the pit.
But yeah, it's unfortunate for Millsy's. Both Williams then out of the race. And Connell as well. Connell now is praying for another safety car. Just to try and get himself back in it. Unless he knows something that the rest of us don't. Oh. Why do... Oh, it's still Millsy's. Sorry, I just spotted yellow in the corner of my eye. Yeah, unless Connell, of course, knows something that we don't.
Tichy and Muzzer are lapping about the same pace. Oh, it's Tichy. I know what I'll be doing.
You thinking undercut?
Of course I am.
Well, let's.
I do want to say it though, just in case Muzzer's listening. So, no,
they might both be in a party together, but let's play out the maths, shall we?
Yep.
So then, the gap. If Tichy was to pit now, what's the pit stop here? Around 20 seconds? 22 seconds?
23 seconds.
23 seconds. So, him stopping now would put him 36 seconds behind the leader. There's actually quite a nice gap between Stumpy and Raidcon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I was a certain American individual who is acting as race engineer for those two, I would be telling Tichy to box for the hards. Mitch. But we'll see if Tichy's comfortable on them. It's a good option for him. If he wants to stay out on the mediums and he's hoping for an alternative strategy to become available, he's going again.
Oh no. Oh, Connell.
See, that's the thing. Is there a rule in Formula 1 where you have to change the tyres if you come in the pits? Because if not, there should be an option for you to keep the same tyres on.
Well, he doesn't really want to be keeping inches on, does he?
He's not, he's on hards now.
I know, but they're 9-lap old hards. He's already had on.
Yeah, but that was the only set he's got, that's why.
Yeah, I know, but they're not going to make it to the end, so he's going to have to stop anyway. So why did
He would on any tyre though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but
he's not going to get...
Seems me quicker.
Medium softs would be quicker probably, but... Well, I suppose he can go hard soft, can't he, from there?
I don't know, to say it's gone horribly wrong is an understatement.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet he's now sat there and he's waiting for...
Rain. Sorry, what?
Yeah, either rain or he's waiting for a safety car and then he's going to come in and put on some fresh boots. And I think that is his only option. Mitch he told him, but he was ignored. And now Mozart has gone in for the undercut, so Tichy needs to push now.
Oh, Tichy.
You pillock. We told you.
An awful exit out the last corner and it's giving Kavi a run. Ferraris side by side. Hopefully it don't crash. Seen that before.
We don't want a repeat of Brazil. Thankfully, our two are far more sensible. Get himself clean through. Sygate's chasing down Steve, who's still on the back of Kelsterwag.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be a battle all the way to the end.
It is.
So that's P3 down to 7th.
Thank you, Jordan, for following. We hope you've enjoyed yourself tonight. Mitch is saying he got the shut up Mitch treatment. Well, if Tichy gets on the podium, I'm going to ask him why he didn't listen to Mitch.
Or if he doesn't.
Actually, yeah, if he doesn't. Tichy's coming in for an interview either way. And our race leader is into the pits.
That's going to be an interesting gap where he's going to come out. Is he going to come out just in front of Stumpy?
Yes, I think he will.
Oh, not even that. What am I about?
He needs to put the hammer down. He might get out in front of Steve. He's out in front of Steve.
So that was, what, 21 seconds?
Yeah, he's on for the Grand Slam again, isn't he?
Meh, not worried.
For goodness sake. Tichy and Mozza are right back where they started.
That's because Roz... Oh, I didn't even see that. So Rosa and Mother pitted on the Spain lap then.
Yeah, they did. Rosa, of course, from second, Mozza from third. So at the minute, then, first is As You Were. Cookie came in and out and managed to hold on to it. Then second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth are yet to stop. Or have stopped once under the safety car, so only haven't... Well, they've not stopped. Rosa, Mozza, Tichy have. Raycon stopped recently. Ricky's got himself back in the mix. Although I don't think he's going to be able to make it to the end on those tyres. Well, he can do, but...
I think he can. I don't think that's...
I mean, I wouldn't bet against it, but I think he'll put the softs on towards the end and try and take the fastest lap off Cookie.
Personally, I'm really interested to see where they're going to fit in all this, is Kelsersvag.
Yes.
Because I have a suspicion he's going to leapfrog a lot of those.
I would agree with you, actually. He's got DRS on Ricky now.
So
Won't be. He's going to be a net P6, yeah.
7. He's going to be 7, but we don't know if Ricky's going to pit. Don't.
Well, he's going to get past Ricky. I don't think that's up for debate. Even the hard tyre goes off after 8 laps. A little bit, and from his race pace, Kelsersvag was looking really good. So I think he'll get past Ricky, assuming he can stay in DRS, and then as long as he can bridge the gap to Raidcon, he might actually be on with a chance of a podium here, penalty depending.
I've just seen who's put a message in the chat. Yes, you are complete and utter.
Yes, you absolute weapon. And point coming your way, I'm not covering for you this week. Cookie with the new fastest lap, 121.3 on the hard tyre.
Mitch also said something useful. If Ricky is going to go to the end, he reckons his left front will be over 80%, so very, very close to bursting.
Thank you, Mitch. Helpful as always. Mitch is like our very own Ted Kravitz, isn't he, down in the pit lane? Yeah. Or as it is on Sky Sports now, Karun Chandok. I miss Ted. I miss Ted from his ITV days where they had to give him fireproof overalls for health and safety reasons. His big headphones on. I miss those days. Back to the action though. Yeah, Ricky's actually managed to pull away from Kelstervag, so maybe Kelstervag's pace on the mediums was just that, pace on the mediums, and he's not got it on the hard tyre. Steve is forming a massive train behind him, allowing Sargate to build. Oh no, Sargate's forming the train. Sargate's forming the train. Sorry,
Sargate's got past Steve. Steve was in front of him. Steve's pit is so Sargate.
They're all in.
I would suggest Sargate's done the old Ricky manoeuvre into the pit lane.
Oh, if you've got footage of that, I would very much like it when we're finished.
Yes and no.
Sargate onto the mediums, as is Steve. Yeah, and the two Ferraris now they're in an interesting position. If I was Forza Fredo, I would have stopped then with those other two, because KV is ahead. He's on fresher tyres, and he's going to have preferential choice.
Titchy's thinking about it. He's getting tetchy. He's getting a bit nervous. Go on. Desperate to get past. Runs wide. Turn 8.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what these Ferraris do with regards to strategy. Could this be reminiscent of their actual season, where they cock up the strategy somehow? I mean, they don't have tens of people working on strategy in real time. They have to work it out on the fly themselves.
They're both staying out again.
I wonder if Forza Fredo's going to go for the hard to soft option.
Yeah, but they're both staying out.
We'll see how they go. Stumpy has stayed out as well. And he's on the same level of worn tyres as KV.
You know how we said Kurtzfeld was going to get past Ricky?
Oh yeah, I know, he's dropping away. And he's now under pressure from Sargate, who I imagine will get him very soon.
At some point.
But we were right, he did leapfrog them. It's just a shame that he's on the harder compound now.
Yeah, I thought he was going to leapfrog him. I thought he was going to leapfrog him a little bit more than what he had.
Well, if he'd got past Ricky and bridged that gap, because now Ricky is starting to bridge the gap.
I didn't expect him to be only a second and a bit in front of the...
Yeah, I think it's a case that he's just not comfortable on the hard tyre. I honestly think that's it. He's just not comfortable. Because his medium pace was up there with, not necessarily Cookie's pace, but he was up there with the leaders. And now, on the hard tyre, he's dropping away. Stumpy is in, meanwhile.
Frozza, that's interesting. Rosa and Fredo, that's why.
Yeah, Rosa's through into third. KV still to stop. And Cookie leading the way.
Softs are only going to do what, 8 laps?
I reckon you get 10 out of them at this stage, yeah. Depends how good you are on them.
8 laps. With lighter fuel, we reckon they'll do a couple more. Ooh, Saye got past Kelsey-Varg, and then the Renault driver took him back, so...
Good defending from the Dutchman. Tichy, meanwhile, in his ever-ending stalemate with Mozza, is still...
maybe not. Saye goes around the outside. And should have better traction, because he's on fresher rubber, yep.
We'll see. Kelsey-Varg will get DRS at the top of the hill after turn 9. That's right on board.
Yep, Steve's chomping at the bit. Here we go. And then Stumpy's there just to pick up the pieces when it eventually goes horribly wrong.
Yeah. Rosa takes the fastest lap away from Cookie. That isn't by much. It's by 1,000th of a second. Get in, Rosa. You put it to him.
We're going to have a reminiscence of the qualifying limbs.
Yeah. Cookie's going to be absolutely livid when he finds out.
Well, they're in the same party together. We know what the conversation is.
Yeah.
Most of the conversation is not repeatable.
No, and it's at a volume that would start a war with most countries. Steve unable to get past Kelsey-Varg down that main straight. The Dutchman just keeping himself in range of Saye.
Hey, guess what?
Is Tichy half a second behind Mozza still?
It is.
And we've got a slow-moving Ferrari. That's Forza Fredo.
Yeah,
I think he dropped it on the exit of turn 9.
Oh yeah, front wing damage right inside.
Yeah, big wing damage.
It's a bit nasty.
And now he's under pressure from Mozza and Tichy. Now this could play into Tichy's hands. No, Fredo gets out of the way of them all.
Would have played it into Mozza's hands actually. If he got in front of Tichy.
Well, yeah, if he got in front of Tichy, but I was hoping it. Well, not hoping. I was thinking he might get in the way of them both.
4 temps, 3 temps, and yeah, still got close.
The brakes. But Fredo is in. He's gone on to mediums, and he will go to the end.
So Cavy's going to go softs.
Yeah, Cavy's going for it. He will come out around Kelsey-Varg, Steve, somewhere in there at the moment.
And he's going to have to be mega.
Actually.
Yellow flag, 6 to 2 and 3. That is Cookie.
Getting past Connell, yeah. Have a look. What tyre did Cavey start on? Because he didn't start on the hards, did he?
No, he didn't.
Do you reckon he's going for it?
I don't see why not.
He could have pulled the tactical master stroke.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Damn it, Cookie.
I believe the phrase "you've pissed him off." It's like poking the bear, isn't it?
It's poke it with a stick.
Poke the bear, and this is what happens.
Poke the cookie, poke the cookie. Oh my god, he's set the fastest lap.
You know what? I'm waiting for Connor to put onto softs and go and get the fastest lap.
Yeah. But no, I do. I think Cavey's going to go to the end here, or try to.
Right, 10 to go, and he's 9.4 seconds in front. I shall have a quick look at the penalty situation if you go on that battle as well.
Go for it. I don't think either of them have any. Cavey might have one.
They're both one warning away.
Ooh. And let's not forget, Mozza is dragging Tichy with him.
Alright, let's have a look at Tichy then. Tichy is...
Connell's off, turn 10.
Turn 10?
Well, entrance to turn 11, yeah. And he needs to watch out, because Rosa's coming through.
Has Tichy got anything? Silly question. He's doing the Riley household proud.
Not Not even a warning yet?
Nope.
Good man.
Right, 8.7. So what's that? That's 8 tenths in a lap.
Oh, it's not looking good, is it?
He's gonna get close.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's
In
gone
fair-
too deep now. He's committed. He's committed to this.
Yep, he is from this point. He'll want to be stopping this time around if he's going to go to softs. If not, he needs to try and commit. Yeah. This is the last chance saloon.
Though, he's not massively dropping off the back of Rosa. I'll probably say this now, he'll probably be like 7 tenths slower, but... Forza Fredo, you legend!
He's taking it off, Cookie. The Grand Slam is in jeopardy.
And guess what? He can't pit like he did in Abu Dhabi.
No, he can't. He can't. He'd end up coming up behind Tichy.
Oh, stumping, Steve. Sorry, Daddy. This is turn 4 and 5. Stumping. Let's go around the outside.
Steve holds on. Raycon picks up 3 seconds. Stumpy's going for... Oh, Stumpy had a look into turn 5.
I'll tell you what, the Fredo front was a bit wide as well. It's turn 8.
Turn 6 even.
I'm going to do a cookie here. No, turn 8.
It wasn't turn 8.
So they're all joining back up again. How lovely.
Don't you just love it how all the strategies sort of merge everyone back together with about 5 to 8 to go?
We did think this was going to happen though with these.
We did, yeah. We did.
5 in particular, or was it Side 8, Steve Stumping? It would have been Fredo as well.
Yeah. And Cavey if he'd stopped.
Yeah.
But he hasn't. Stumpy's going for the move, and he's got past Steve at the moment, but little lock up from the Alpha, but Steve doesn't want to fight it too much. Stumpy takes P10.
It's tricky, and that wasn't surprising, I think.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the gap between 3rd and 4th down to 7.8 now, with 8 to go. 8 laps to go.
Mitch, you are absolutely spot on.
Whoa, hang on, Cookie's lost it. Cookie lost it. He lost it at the final chicane.
Oh, he's got damage.
The drama.
He's got damage both sides, Rosa.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not. Yeah, that is harsh. But it makes things exciting, doesn't it?
Oh, I didn't. He's human. I didn't think it was possible.
Look at Mitch in the chat. Savage until the end. Yes, Mitch, that's what we like to see. Connell again, 20.4 with the fastest lap.
Can I point out?
Yeah.
Katie could be on for a P2 here.
What's Rosa's penalty situation?
I don't know. Ooh, exciting.
Could Cavey be on for the win?
No, Rosa's only got a warning.
Ah, okay. Rosa, though, is Cookie going to let him through? Surely not. These two will fight tooth and nail, but Rosa's going for the switchback. And Cookie's let him go. Cookie's let him go.
It's just not worth it.
Team play at McLaren.
What's he going to do? He's got to go softs, isn't he? How much? I'm trying to think, what's best?
Is he losing time to Cavey? Is he stopping? He is. Cookie's stopping. To be fair, with his pace on the soft tyre, he might be able to claw that back.
I reckon he's going to come out. Oh, he's going to come out behind the train. I don't know. Is he? Oh yeah, with the front wing chain. Oh no. Just going to drop down to P11.
And that's the cruelty of motorsport, how it can all go from bliss to tragedy.
Something blatantly obvious. Tichy's finally done it!
He's got through! He's through into 3rd!
It's only taken 28 laps, but it doesn't matter.
And Moz has gone deep there, so that could drop him out of DRS, and that's all that Tichy needs now to escape.
Oh no, that means he's been released to the back of the Ferrari.
He's still got 7 seconds to make up. Oh, Blades in the chat, the blessed podium as it stands. Might be for you.
If Tichy gets a podium, then obviously he made the right strategy call. He didn't listen to Mitch.
Well, it depends where he comes on the podium, because if he'd managed to leapfrog Mozza in the pit stops, he might be past Cavey right now.
Yeah,
he might have been on for the race win, so we can sit magnanimously in our ivory tower, Matt.
Okay. You can. I'm already fast.
Oh, I will. I will lord it.
Well, let's put it this way. Cookie is going to have Steve. No other way around it.
Yep, and there we go.
Oh.
Was there a bit of a shoomy chop going on there?
Well, no, Steve tried to chop back to use the slipstream afterwards, and it got very, very close.
Ooh, and he's going for a move on Kelswag early, isn't he? Is he going for it into turn 4? He's looking! Oh, a little touch on the Renault, but he's through.
That could have ended in tears.
He's a man on the move. Those soft tyres are up to temperature. He's back in range of everyone.
Angry.
He
Driving
is.
angry.
And Tichy now 5.5 seconds, 5.2 now behind KV.
Oh no. Oh no, less than 5 seconds. KV! Come on!
You can do it, lad. 4 to go.
Oh no.
Blade saying Cookie's looking like a man on a mission. He definitely is. Do you know what? I'm going to stay with him for now, because is he inside DRS? Not quite. Not quite inside DRS on Stumpy, but look at the amount of battery he's got left. 120.3 for his first lap, and he was overtaking people in the process.
I was going to say, he only just beat the fastest lap.
But he's got it now. He's a man possessed. 4.4, the gap to third. Stumpy locking up. Cookie needs to be careful here.
Wait, just wait. You've got another 3 laps afterwards, you get plenty of opportunity. Yellow flag, sector 2, that's Connell. Oh no, it's not, it's
Forza Renault. And Cookie couldn't get past Stumpy down the
VSC. VSC.
Oh, this might play into KV's hands. It will definitely play into KV's hands. I wasn't meaning for staying out. I was thinking just because it means Tichy can't close the gap. And we know Tichy's not great on his race. Mozza's pitted. Mozza's pitted from 4th.
You brave individual, I love it.
Oh, and it's not gone well. Timing for it has not gone well. He's going to drop behind everybody.
Cookie's got a good restart. He's going to have Stumpy.
Yeah, he's through on Stumpy, but look at Mozza alone. Look at that.
You said Tichy's really bad at restarts. Katie's had a shocker. It's 2.5 seconds down. It's not helping him at all.
No, he hasn't. He's not taken advantage of that. Mozza, meanwhile, he's gone from 4th to 11th. Probably would have been. And I think he had wing damage because he was in the pits a long time.
The only saving grace is that everyone's close to each other. Try to think of positives here.
Yeah, but he's not, is he? He's 5 seconds off the back. He's not going to have time. Cookie, meanwhile, he's got to try and close up to Ricky. 1.5 seconds. If anyone can do it, he can.
Apparently his car's taking off through turn 9. Interesting. 1 point. Oh no, this is going to be cruel.
1.5 seconds now between KV and Tichy.
just seen it being snatched before my very eyes.
Tichy's going to get one run at him.
He's going to have one lap.
He's going to have one lap to do it.
I'm going to call it. He's going to do it next lap down the inside turn.
That's more like it from Cookie. 19.5. He's got past Ricky.
Sygate to go.
Sygate's next, then Raidcon. Both of them are feasible at the moment with the pace he's on. He can do it, and if he does, that'll be a great recovery drive.
Oh, Stephen. Yeah, Stephen comes far.
Steve running out of fuel. KV's tyres are on the edge apparently. Tichy all over him.
I was just taking 2 seconds out, but that's a little bit too late.
It's not going to be enough.
Oh, it's down to half a second. Oh no.
Tichy all over the back of KV. Those tyres on that Ferrari are crying out.
Crying? I don't think crying quite covers it. Sobbing.
Surely Tichy's going to get him here into turn 1. Surely.
He's got to.
He has to.
Yeah, he's going to get him. He's going to get him. Look at that. He's got there's no grip, there's no traction.
There's nothing there. Tichy pulls out. Takes second place from KV.
Cookie's going to have a go here.
A cruel loss of second for KV, but third will do him fine if he can make it. Here comes Cookie.
Go round the outside. Oh,
squeezes him.
Contact and round, Sygate goes.
Yeah, Cookie squeezed him a little bit too tight there, I think.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the ghosting system has somehow saved Ricky, because he should have been killed.
And Cookie now within a second of Raidcon, he'll get the back straight, probably as his one chance.
Come on, KB. Sygate is... Oh, Sygate's round... Where is that?
It's the outside of turn... the entrance to turn 5, but... I'm not going to get a chance to see it.
Nope. Because Rosa is coming around the last corner.
Indeed he is, and Rosa takes the win in Spain. After disaster for his teammate, he's there to pick up the pieces.
Off.
Cookie's gone. He went for 4th. He couldn't get it. Tichy comes round in 2nd place. Here comes KV though. KV's got 3rd. 32 laps on the hard tyres. That is an achievement well worth celebrating. Cookie gets Raidcon on penalties. Stumpy jumps up to 5th.
Yeah.
Ricky in 6th. Raidcon down to 7th from 4th. Kelstovac P8. That's his best finish so far. Steve in 9th. That's the first points for his return, I think. Am I right in saying?
I think so.
No, he must have scored points before now. Moz has managed to get a point in P10, so he'll be happy with that. Forza Fredo will come home P11 when he can get himself round to the finish line. Connell was a lapped man, and so finishes 13th behind the retired Sygate.
Oh yeah, Steve's had points.
Yeah, I thought he will have done. But I mean, do I even need to ask everybody? Do I really need to ask anybody about driver of the day? I think we're on board with the man now.
I wouldn't say he's a man. You're a wizard!
And I think I'm going to give out the first ever, or rather the inaugural Smarto Award for tyre conservation there for KV. 32 laps on one set of tyres. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. KV might be the man of the moment, but it's Rosa who takes victory in Spain with Tichy behind him in the Alfa Romeo. World beater KV, or tyre saving god KV, in 3rd place. Eat Cookie after his spin and subsequent damage managed to recover to 4th from 11th. Stumpy rises to 5th through lack of penalties, which, as I understand it, has been a real issue for him actually coming into this race, so good job from him. Ricky comes on P6, the two friends next to each other. Raycon P7 after finishing 4th on track. The penalty situation let him down there, 2 of them, 6 seconds. Kelstavag in P8, great result from him in the Renault. Steve P9 and Muzzer P10 to round off the points. Fastest lap went to Cookie in 4th, so he will get the bonus point for tonight. So then we'll move back to the lobby and we'll get a couple of these guys in for interviews. But whilst we do that, I'm going to run an ad break real quick. We'll see you all in about 90 seconds. Stay where you are. Yes, I know some of you can still hear me. Thank you, Matt. You're the lucky people who get to hear the behind the scenes inner workings of the machine. So we'll leave the lobby there. And then we'll do the customary thing of having the winner's car on screen. And it's still a McLaren, as it normally is in T3, but for once, it's not Cookie driving it.
Hello.
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 Oh, hello. Boys, I said I'll see you in an hour, and guess what?
We're it! You
Yeah.
meant it!
I meant it as well.
Havy, you absolute hero.
Oh.
32 laps.
On a scale of 1 to 10, actually I won't until... We are back. I will ask the question. On a scale of 1 to 10 kV, how much were you requiring new overalls?
First off, pardon to Rosa teaching on our problems. That was the worst 10 laps I've ever done in my life. I'm physically exhausted. My arms, my legs, I'm just... My left front was on 92%, so on the last 2 laps. That's how bad it was.
Wow!
92%. The other tyres, they were wearing, obviously because wearing the left front was just ridiculous. I'm just exhausted. Crazy race.
So we were watching you and Fred. Yeah, we were watching you and Fredo go around next to each other, thinking, right, when are they going to pit, and which one of them's going to lose out?
Shout out to Fredo anyway, because he kind of helped him when the Rosa and that came up, just to try and give me a bit of time to try and gain a few seconds. But obviously, my race at the end with Tichy was just literally my last 6 laps was just praying to God that my left foot weren't going to go, and luckily the virtual safety car for a brief moment somewhat helped as well. But I think had that VSC not come out, maybe that could have been a difference between having a puncher. That's my race summed up. I'm going to go lie down in a minute.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll let you go and lie down if you want now. You were given driver of the day by the community.
Definitely.
And it was fully deserved. You have been given...
Can I just ask,
Go
sorry,
for it.
what happened to Cookie?
He spun. He spun and put it in the wall.
Obviously, deepest sympathies you can see here on the podium.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, driver of the day for you, KV. You've also caused me to create an award for you.
Okay.
So you are the first ever winner of the Smarto Award. For those of you in the stream or watching this on YouTube, who were around in season 2, you will know who Smarto was, and you will know about his prowess at tyre management. So,
Tyre saving God.
yes, he is the only man I have ever seen be able to make the soft to medium strategy work around Spain. And actually, and he won the race.
That never happened.
Honestly,
Lying.
honestly, go back and watch it. Season 2, Tier 2, Spain. It was unbelievable.
Danny, Mitch wants you to ask a
I
question.
know, I'm getting there, Mitchell. God.
He just doesn't want it to be ignored. That, you know, looking out for the community. Yeah.
I know, I knew what he said. KV, Mitch is asking, how do you feel about the fact that Mitch now has to slap his mother?
Oh yeah.
What?
He said that
He
if
said in
you
the
can
pie-
do that race distance, he'd slap his mother. And
I'd advise not to, but you know, if he has to, then yeah. But again, congrats to Roger. He had a really good race. Cheers. Thank you.
no worries, right, you go lie down.
Go rest your weary head.
We'll see you soon. We'll hopefully see you next week in Suzuka, back up on the podium. Right, moving on then to second place, Titchy.
Oh,
We have questions.
questions.
Mm.
I love the questions.
Strategy.
Yes.
You ignored Mitch, and by proxy ignored me and Matt. So we're gonna sit in our ivory tower and
Alright, here we go.
poke fun. Why didn't you go for the undercut?
Because I knew that I was faster than him. But I didn't know, like, genuinely didn't know how much gap I had if I came into the pit lane. So I just waited, and then he came in. I was going to come in, I was doing the opposite to him when he came in. And then he dived in,
Yeah.
and then put it in rich and hot lap, and almost did it out the pit. And then just bided my time.
Yeah. So we were only thinking because you could have been on for the win. You know,
Could have.
could have had the win.
In hindsight.
In
Yeah.
hindsight. To be fair, my tyres were only on like 45% at the end. That was the worst one, the rest were only on 30.
You see.
They were fresh.
So the man still got second, leave him alone, alright?
Yeah.
I do have to say well done to KV, and I thought that virtual safety car at the end was going to save him from me as well.
Yeah, we did, but
I actually swore.
yeah, the restart
came out.
wasn't great for.
Ferrari
KV.
tactics.
You take that back.
Oh, he's right.
It was Fredo.
Fredo. We don't have bias and we don't have team tactics here other than legal ones. Honest, I promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, and no, congratulations on second.
Thank you.
It
Well
would,
done to Ross as well.
yeah,
Took over from Cookie.
he did. Moving on then to our race winner. How angry is he?
Do you know what? He went quiet, so that's how angry he was. Yeah.
Do you know, I was sat here thinking, oh god, he's going to get another Grand Slam, we're going to have to interview him, he's going to car crash at the
said-
interview.
Yeah, he said he was sitting back, chilling, and then as he span, he leapt forward, and from there, apparently it was all downhill. But yeah, I still do feel pretty bad, even though because I don't want that to happen to anyone. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I did cheer on stream, but that was purely a joke, and I want Cookie to know that, because as much as we're happy that you three are with us for these interviews because you're on the podium, we obviously don't want to see anybody
Well, hang on.
have an
I was
issue.
deeply concerned about his position and whereabouts. You were laughing.
I say we as in the league as a whole.
Yeah, I don't want to get dragged into this.
You could have just kept quiet. Now you're bringing it all. You're making this an issue. You're making it an issue.
No, not at all. Just made a mistake, didn't he?
You go do your work, you.
It's the only mistake pretty much throughout that race. There's a few other little bits and
Yeah,
pieces,
yeah. Because of course he managed to come in and stop and still get out in first, but
Yeah.
it's how racing goes. Sometimes it's cruel,
Yeah, it happens.
but you know, it's cruel to some and kind to others. And
Yeah, I'm grateful, like, but it was weird.
well, it gets you. What does it get you? 12 points closer to him in the championship, so it's still on.
Yeah.
All of you, by the way, Blades is insisting that I tell you that U3 now make up the blessed podium.
Oh yeah.
So, I, you know, I don't know what Cookie's going to say about that when he hears it, but you know, he's not going to be happy, is he?
Just racing
as well. That was a shock.
Yeah, I missed some of that. Matt's got a good one of it. Got good footage of it apparently. So we'll see.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Matt always has the good footage.
Yeah, but Matt flies around all over the place. I've got to try and think of the viewership. Speaking of the viewership, we've still got 16 people with us, so thank you all for sticking through this. Thank you, three, very much for an exciting race, and thank you for joining us for interviews.
Thank you.
Congratulations as well to you three. Thank you, Matt, for joining me, as always.
Thank you, mate. Pleasure as always.
And thank you once again, everybody at home, for watching tonight. We will round off the stream there. If, however, you are interested in watching some more Contest of Speed, as you can see in the stream chat just there, we race 4 times a week as a league. So we have these guys racing on a Monday night. We have Tier 2, which is mine and Matt's tier, making a fool of ourselves tomorrow night at 10 o'clock GMT. And we have Tier 1 boys on Wednesday. The fastest men we have available, they will be going at 8 o'clock GMT, that's 8 PM. And then on Thursday, for those of you in weird and wacky time zones that we're not familiar with, the American guys will be going hell for leather. That's at 9 PM Eastern. I would normally be commentating that, but unfortunately this week that swine of a thing called work has called me, and I will not be available, unfortunately. So you'll have to make do with whoever is available to stand in my stead. But I'm sure they will do a wonderful job, regardless. So all that's left for me to do is thank everybody one more time. Round off the stream. We will see you all next time. Good night.